various module, but primarily with MM. I started my career with MM. Yeah,
Okay.
I worked in MM, SRM. I have not worked actually. I've done the certification, but worked very little bit with the integration with MM. I have fair idea about that.
Okay.
Then WM, EWM, then yeah, I worked for cloud, ALM. I mean, not work like again certification. So
Okay.
worked with many module, but yeah, primarily is like warehousing and sourcing side. Okay, so it
Okay.
start
Okay.
with say like SRM, MM. Again, in
Okay.
the
Okay.
warehousing side, you can see this. So it is a
Okay.
little tricky. Somewhere I have never worked but done certification, which is
Okay.
strange.
Okay.
Okay, so here I've done. I mean, I've done certification for all, but I never worked for SRM much. Here I worked in, and then again, there's a model called ISU, ISR. This is for industry solution for utility retail. Here I
Yes.
have worked, but yeah, no certification. Okay,
Got it.
so
Okay.
my prime area is this,
Okay.
and again, if you see to rate how I mean confident I am, so I'll just say like this area is good, and then this is like 8, this is like 7, this is like 2 out of 10.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so this is my
Yes.
area.
Yeah,
Okay, so you can ask
that's fine.
any
We
question,
are
anything related to
actually
this, but
looking,
yeah,
the thing is like we are now as you can see, like most of the clients are trying to go to HANA, and we also did, but ours is like heavily customized SAP system, and like we are trying to go to standard side of SAP processes, where if you can help us, like train us or in MM and EWM, that would be highly appreciable, because that's where we are looking at this point of time. So we are not looking at anything outside of MM and EWM, because uh, we are looking only at MM and EWM at this point of time. So nothing much.
okay.
So
Uh,
then, I mean,
just
to just give a heads up, whatever you are saying at this point of time, we would feel like we'll be comfortable, going ahead with the processes that we are going to teach us. I mean, meaning we would like to know the major overhauls that happened uh, in EC, like from ECC to S4 HANA in MM side, and warehouse management side.
uh, just a second. Okay, so hello.
Yes, 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 Evan. Yes.
Yeah, I understood. So basically, yeah, so this class will be for MM, okay, because of setup and all other things, and then we'll work out like if we can go with the AWM or not, okay. In the
Yes, yes,
sense
yes. I mean, yes.
with the system setup because it required a lot of setups, okay. So with HANA, yeah, so whatever things we are going to learn, okay, we are going to learn under this environment, which is this S4 HANA, okay. There is no major change, okay. So anyway, you must be aware, but I can tell you there are very less changes in MM side,
Okay.
okay. Only look and feel a little bit different, and again, it is integrated with many other things. But very high level, if you know the core MM, that is more than enough. Okay, that
So my point is like, um, is part of MRP, the part of MRP in the material side, did anything change in from ECC to HANA?
yeah, there's some changes. Okay,
Okay.
again, you if you see the again core is same. Okay, so if you see uh, all the functionalities are the same, few new functionality has been added. So we'll discuss that. Okay, in HANA, what is changed, what was uh, feature given for MRP, and now what is the change. So there's a
Okay.
change that is in MRP, okay, and few other things, okay, but not major changes. The core, but I will suggest in that case, like if you wanted to be, expert level in then go with the fundamental knowledge, like how
Okay.
system derive GL account, how we configure the architect point of view.
Got it.
Okay,
Okay.
very
Okay.
basic fundamental. Yeah, don't go, don't touch too many topics.
Okay.
That will create a confusion. Okay, go with the architect. Imagine you don't know anything. Okay, that is the
Okay.
best way to learn.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I'll just explain you again a very basic detail. I don't want to go with any big PPT or something. So
No.
uh, yeah, so let me tell you about how it has been designed here. Okay, so the main part, if you see, it is divided in three major area. One is purchasing. Okay, I'm just giving it a very high level what we are going to
Sure.
learn. Okay, purchasing side. Okay, uh, the second part is inventory management. Okay, this is the second part, and then third part is invoice verification. Okay, so hope you have an idea, but yeah, the purchasing side we go for sourcing. Okay, we go for sourcing, then we create many master data, we create many supportive master data, and then we go, we try to make our life easy when we want to do the purchasing. How easy you can make a life for a buyer, that is our job. So as a consultant point of view, the configurations, how the basic functionality work, okay, those things we take care in the purchasing. Okay, so
Okay.
purchasing, what kind of purchasing? You can have a master data, uh, say purchasing info record. Okay, you have say source list. Okay, you have say example quota management. Okay, you go for say contracts. Okay, I'll just put as a long-term contracts. So you have so many tools, you have so many weapons that you are using it to make the life easy for doing one activity, that is purchasing.
Got it.
How smartly you can configure, how smartly you're using it doesn't mean like which is better, which is not. What suits for your business, that you can suggest as a consultant to your customer only when you understand the basic fundamental of this.
Okay.
Okay, so this is about the purchasing. Okay, any question what we related to purchasing?
No, I'm good. So in purchasing, in the concept of procure to pay is in purchasing, or is the entire process from procuring purchasing to invoice verification is a procure to pay?
Yes, yes. So procure to pay is little tricky. So when you say P2P, P2P cycle,
Yes.
okay. Procure to pay means you will start with sourcing, okay. So and then you end with payment.
Okay.
So payment is, okay. I'll write here something like this. So payment is something like it comes under finance, okay. So the journey goes Okay, maybe this is your core right? So maybe
Yes.
you're doing the sourcing in Ariba. You can do the sourcing in SRM, or you can do the sourcing within the Okay. So if you see, this is the core module. Okay, I'll say uh, this is your core module, like FI, and SD. These three are the it's like a backbone of the system for any company. SD, and finance. Okay. So
Yes.
this is your core module. Apart from that, you have another models, example CRM, SRM. Those are the plugin which is having more focus more on the source. In module, when you talk about sourcing, you have very extensive sourcing. Okay, cloud-based solution, or you have you want you wanted to go very deep in the sourcing side. You wanted to do a lot of quotation comparison. Okay, so I'll give one simple example. Say example, you need to buy a laptop. Okay, there are two way. One is you went to the market with your configuration what you need. You give those quotation to shopkeeper. You get some kind of quotation, 3 4 quotation you took, and then you compare it, and then you decide, okay, I'm going to purchase from particular shop. That is a very simple sourcing. Okay. The another one could be you floated a tender, and you are asking someone to come here and do the bidding. Okay. You are asking someone to do the bidding, uh, give a presentation. First, you wanted to see the technical capacity, like how the things will work. Very detailed. So many things are there. Commercial bid, technical bid, 100 things are there, which is not the part of the SAP standard So you need a separate model and all. So these are like a new dimensional models, which will be plugged in with the core models. Understood? So when we talk about P2P in uh, in a generic word, okay, this means you do the sourcing, then you have a PR, you have a PO, you receive the goods, you verify the invoice, and based on your verification, finance will do the payment. So this complete cycle we call as a procure to pay. Clear?
So in purchasing, we are also going to cover the PR, PO, GR, and the last one. The Can you tell me what's the last one? IV, like IV.
IV is the invoice verification.
Okay. So we are going
Okay.
to cover those four topics as well in the part of the purchasing, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like these are the three major pillar. Okay.
Okay.
Based on
Okay.
that, your is there. These are the three basic areas. So sometimes you see the job opportunity where they say, I'm looking for inventory management expert or purchasing and
Purchasing
sourcing
expert.
expert.
Got
Okay.
it. Yes.
So
Yes.
basically in is divided in three major area: purchasing, inventory management, and invoice verification. This is
Okay.
nothing but the IV. And
Okay.
here we do all the inventory management, but yeah, so I'm just
G.
giving here, yeah.
Got
Okay.
it. Okay.
So you buy a product, you receive a product, and
Mm.
when you purchase, what will happen? Vendor will give you the invoice.
Yes.
Okay. So we verify as a buyer, we verify the invoice. Once we do the verification, information goes to finance department. Okay,
Got it.
finance department. They only process the payment based on the payment terms. Okay, all the conditions, the currency, bank details, everything will be with the finance. So they release the payment day. So those things will be taken care by the finance part.
Got it. Yes.
Okay. So you understood what is procure to pay, right?
Yes. 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 Yes, sir.
So basically, it looks very simple, right? Like, so what we do in we buy product, we store them, okay, we manage our stocks, and then we verify whether the stocks are correct, pricing are correct. So in the invoice verification, as a buyer, what we verify? Suppose you place for 100 PO, you receive 92. Okay, vendor will send you the invoice for 100. Okay, you verify and say no, it is wrong. I have received only 92, and price also you verify. So you verify the quantity and the price, and then finance will do the payment for 92. Okay, so this is like a three major area. Now, you need to do the purchasing. Purchasing can be done by so many ways. Okay, you can have a centrally agreed contract. You can go for a quotation comparison, and you can buy. Like I given you example, you can go by tender. You can go by bidding. Okay, there are many ways. And again, when you create a purchase order, you cannot remember those things at the time of purchasing. Or
Okay.
when you go for automation, you need to give all the information to a system in a background. So you need to equip the system in such a way, or you need to empower your buyer and say no mistake should happen, and system is smartly understand from where we should pick the price, where we can refer all the terms conditions to make the life easy. Okay, so those things comes under purchasing. Purchasing doesn't mean like it is only PO. We have like a PR, we have like a RFQ, which is request for quotation. We have a contract. Okay, so many ways you can do the purchasing. Once you purchase the product, vendor will bring a material to you. You you perform the GR, good receipt, and then
Mhm.
you do the US. You keep in your stock. Okay, so inventory management is not about only good receipt. When you're selling it, you will do the good issue. You may do the transfer also between two storage location, two warehouse, two plants. So many activities are there which is under inventory management.
Mhm.
As I said, like invoice verification is the simple one and the smallest among both. Okay, if you see the the percentage wise, these are like say 40%. This is like a 45%, and this is like a 15% weightage.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, this is the area. Invoice verification, we just verify. So, for example, you have received 100 quantity when you place a purchase order, and you found that there are certain things are not good, certain things are damaged. What you will do? You'll say, okay, out of 100, 5 are bad. So, those kind of things we deal with the invoice verification, where you say, like, I'm going to return a product or I want a credit. It
Got it.
happens sometimes you purchase a egg or say milk, and it is not good. Obviously, you're not going to return
We'll
physically
take the
because
credit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they'll say, okay, I'll give you crate for $5. That's it.
Got it.
So you so so credit means what? Like they issue a credit note to you, which is nothing but the one kind of invoice.
Got it.
Okay, so for 92, you need to pay to the vendor, but you found five are bad. So they'll put five credit. Okay, so it will trigger information to finance again. And instead of 92, they will only pay for 85. Sorry, 87 quantity.
87. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so this will keep changing. Okay, so whenever maybe very next day you again receive eight quantity, so you will do the GR for eight, and then you will verify for invoice, and again 95 will be total deliver. Okay, so total delivery is actually 100, but you got the credit for 5. So it will slowly get complex. And imagine you have 1,000, 10,000 materials, you have a million of transaction every month. So it will get so complicated.
Yeah.
Most of the time you see one or two person are doing support, and you know you need only one or two buyer to handle entire uh, region. North America,
Vision.
say
Yes.
only two buyers are there, correct? So
Yeah.
so
Yes.
it looks simple, but yeah, you have to manage with one person and without any mistake. So that things make this complex. So as a
Wow.
consultant, our job is to provide a simple solution, not very customized one. Whatever the simple solution, and what wherever the automation is possible, we automate the thing. Okay, so purchasing related activities you do here, inventory you do here. But if you ask me how to do the learning, okay, what I understood is, don't go with any config related learning, because the moment you open SPRO, easily you can figure it out.
Yes,
Don't
yes,
go for,
because like,
yeah,
that's what I wanted to ask, because like if I do an F1 help on a field, if it takes me to like Spro configuration, I can easily learn the document. That will give me a kind of understanding of, like, with my years of experience working in SAP, it will give me a little bit of understanding, and I can quickly check in details about it. But like I don't want this kind of thing. So that is true
yeah,
that
yeah.
you bring it up. Yeah.
It looks fancy, like, if I go to SPR or go to enterprise structure, and for example, material master, I'm saying, okay, I have created a one plant, a store location, company code, everything I have created. But that what? Like that doesn't make much sense. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes,
when you are learning, always try to focus on very basic fundamental things. Just think like a architect, think like a business consultant, where you define like, because creation of plant may take 20 seconds, but it may take 20 days discussion to understand whether we should go for
oh,
one plant or not, considering the
yes,
architect, considering the system architect. So if you think like a system architect, understand very basic fundamental, then it will be very easy for you to do the solutioning. So focus on solutioning rather than configuring, and because these things anyway you will learn easily. Okay, so don't invest your time on the configuration, like setting the number range, document type, you know, uh, making a new field. Those things will not help. Those are very easy. Okay, so
right.
yeah, so this is about the high level detail. Okay, so when you learn this area, we have, just to support. So what we are doing here, purchase purchase order is a one transaction. Good receipt is a one transaction. Invoice verification is another transaction data.
Yes,
So how we are going to create these transactions? We need a master data, right? So master data is another area. Okay, so master data could be centrally managed data, or it can be a module specific data. Okay, so say example, master data could be, say, material master. Many think that material master means MM. No. So material master, for example, if I go here and see material master, okay, say, so you can see material, when you go for a material master creation, you have several department views: basic data, sales, purchasing, MRP. Okay, you can have accounting. So what it is indicating, it says it is a centrally managed data. It can be managed by many department like SD, MM, okay, PP, okay, finance, or warehouse, controlling. Okay, so the department views can be maintained by many people, so nobody own it. Okay, as
yeah,
master guy, we maintain our purchasing related data. So this is nothing but the master data, but centrally managed material master. But for material for material management, there are specific master data is there, which is this one, which is purchasing info record, source list, quota management. Okay. Uh, yeah, this is not the master data. So this kind of master data, when you create, what will happen? It will make your transaction quick and smart. Okay. So when you go here and create a purchase order, how you go and create purchase order? Simply go here, AME21N, and you create a purchase order. So you say, so when you need to buy any product, generally what you need, what details you need?
We need
You
vendor
need like
information.
exactly. So you say I wanted to buy from say Apple, and I wanted to buy a MacBook. I want to save. Obviously, it doesn't exist, so I'm just giving as a dummy 10 quantity, and I need for my plant. Okay, so say USA. Okay, and I'm saying this is the negotiated price, $800. So this is the details, minimum details you need. What? From where you wanted to buy, what product, what quantity. Okay. Delivery date. Yeah, I mean, if you have any particular date, you can mention. Or otherwise, system will derive based on, suppose Apple takes 2 weeks from the master data, automatically it will pick the 2 weeks. Okay. So what I'm saying is certain things I have given as the input. Delivery date intentionally I have left just to understand the concept here. See, delivery date I have not given. Okay.
Yes.
Why? Because I'm saying that if Apple has already mentioned, I take 2 weeks to deliver a MacBook. That's it. So automatically it will pick 2 weeks. So as a
Yes.
buyer for particular supplier, material and plant combination, I cannot remember. Okay. So this is the simple example where you can understand, what should be the order in it. I don't know. I don't want to know. Okay.
Yes.
So it make my life easy, uh, because same MacBook in India may take 3 weeks. For Australia, maybe 1 week. Okay, so it's keep changing. So see, slowly it is getting so complex. So how system is
Yes.
going to derive this? We create a supportive master data, which is key combinations of all. And since we have more than one master data, then also we have a certain rule in SAP. You can see the kind of sequence. Okay, in that
Yeah.
sequence, system will give the priority. Which master data should be referred first, in what condition? Okay, and then it will create a purchase order. Okay, so to make this purchase order easy, what will happen? You have many other data, many other support master data. Okay, you have many supportive master data, and then you have a configuration in place. Okay, so based on the configurations and master data, your transaction data will happen. Okay, config plus master data, it will give you a transactional data.
Support. Got it.
Okay, so this is the main area. So when you understand this, and then you see Oracle also, you will be easily able to work in Oracle. Only the look and feel, the system design, color, field, uh, that will be changed, but the core will be same. If you're using any Oracle system or any non-SAP system, you will understand that the rule will be same. Like you have a purchasing, you have inventory, you have invoice verification, those things. If you see the
Hmm.
older version, we uh, okay. Anyway, we'll go later. But yeah, so for example, sometimes you see the vendor, right? Vendor, sometimes you see supplier. Okay, so what is your understanding? What is the difference between supplier and vendor? What do you think? What is
Because
supplier? What is vendor?
to me, like, I will, I mean, from if I have to look at, like, from a technical standpoint, like, I'll just take supplier and vendor as same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So another tip. Okay. So when you're learning you think you are always. I mean, you're playing a role of buyer.
Okay.
Okay. When you're doing the purchasing, when you're learning inventory management, you think you are a storekeeper or store manager. So you will easily understand and correlate. Okay. When you're doing the invoice verification, again, you need to think you are a buyer. Okay.
Right.
Buyer, store manager, and again buyer. So I'll tell you. So, for example, if you see, we have an invoice. Okay. Invoice and bill document. Okay. I'll give you a bill, I'll give you the invoice. What is the basic difference? So it is the perspective. For example, you have purchased a one TV from me. Okay. So you went to the Best Buy and you purchased a one TV. Okay. So
Mm.
Best Buy will give you a billing document. They will say, Vinod, you need to pay $800 for this television. Okay. So they will bill you. But the same billing document will become an invoice for you. You
Yes.
will say, okay, give me the invoice. You will check the quantity, model, pricing, terms, conditions, and then you say, I am okay. Now I will do the payment, and then the delivery will done to your door, or
Yes.
maybe store pickup, whatever. Okay. So the sales side is they will give you a billing document. From the buyer perspective, you see them as an invoice. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So SD and MM is a mirror image. Okay. So if you learn MM or SD, you will be able to correlate. Okay. So, for example, when SD will create a, I mean, when in MM side I create a purchase order, what will happen? I'm buying from, say, Best Buy, or say, okay, say, I'm buying from Best Buy. I place a purchase order. In Best Buy system, it will be creating a sale order.
Lord. Yes.
Then Best Buy will create a delivery. Okay, so when the they will create a delivery, goods will come to me. I'll perform a GR.
Yes.
Then they will create a billing document. Okay, it may be like, sale order is for 100,
Yes.
PO was for 100, so sale order created for 100. They deliver only 92 number. So they will do the billing for 92. Then I'll be
Yes, sir.
receiving the billing document. In my system, it will show up as a document, invoice. So I will be performing the invoice verification. That means I'll verify the bill and I'll say, yeah, it is for 92. Okay, because GR also done for 92. And after invoice verification, I'll do the finance will do the payment. And then, they will receive the payment.
Got
Okay. So you keep the mirror in between. It is like everything, it will be opposite. Okay. Now, if they say five are bad, what will happen? Best will create a credit note for five. Then you will receive the invoice verification for five with negative quantity.
it.
Okay. So it goes like this. Okay. Now coming to the vendor and supplier. So, for example, you need to buy a laptop and you verified, there are many vendor in market, like maybe 100, but out of that you verified HP, Dell, and Mac. Okay, say Apple. So you have, out of 100, you have approved these three, considering their brand name. Okay, they are durable. Okay, and they have given a good warranty to you. They fulfill all the legal aspect, the VAT registration. So many checks are there. So now, out of 100 suppliers, these 3 suppliers are approved. So if I can I say this approved suppliers are vendor. So instead of 100, I will be creating a vendor master only for 3 because they are the approved supplier for me. So I'll say that Apple is my supplier. Okay. You know, Acer is my supplier. I mean, Acer and Apple both are supplier, but Apple is my vendor. Okay. So all can be supplier, but
But
vendor
you
can
choose the
be
vendor.
approved supplier.
Okay.
Okay. So very simple. Like if I approve you to deliver a product to my plant, you are my vendor. So
Okay.
you can globally register yourself like you supply this product. So you are a supplier. But you are approved by a certain company, you are a vendor for them.
Got it. Okay.
So once I approve HP, Dell, and Apple as a vendor, then I'll ask for their details, like their complete address, name, bank details, okay, all the legal paper, license to sell, VAT registration number, currency, okay, numerous details I'll make, and then I will create a vendor master in my system. So whenever I deal with HP or Dell, whenever I wanted to place a purchase order, it will be click away. See here, once we create a vendor master, okay. So, for example, I'm picking any vendor. For example, this vendor. So the moment I press enter, what will happen? Okay, I mean there's the error. So already purchased is there. Okay. So if I see here, oh, they have not maintained any address, I believe. Okay. So basically, what will happen is the moment you enter the vendor,
Yeah, the
automatically they are
details will be populated.
exactly because you created. So when you're creating a purchase order, it should take only 10 seconds.
Yes. Yes.
You create a material quantity for which plant done. See the rest of the details will pull from master data. Okay. So the
Yes.
whole idea is to understand the basic fundamental of things like why we call as a purchase organization. What is the use of purchasing group? How it is linked with your org structure. Okay. So when you see the discussions, for example, this is the org structure. So what is the hierarchy here? It will give you for doing the solution. Okay, if you look here, by looking at this picture, I can infer many details. I'm just giving you the idea about basic fundamental things. Okay, so say example, client, you have a client, company code, plant, and store location. So based on this hierarchy, I can understand that company code. I mean, in any client, we configure a company. Company code can have many plants, and plant can have many storage location. Okay, so storage location name. If you see the storage location 0001 and 0001 under different plant. So what is the understanding? Rest everything is unique number except stored location. So if I ask you, Vinod, can you tell me how many quantity we have in the raw material storage location? Can you tell me? No. You say raw material storage location we have in 100 plants. Under which plant are you
Yes.
looking for?
Yes.
Because system is, I mean, it is not unique in the system, right? It's stored location. But if I tell
Yes.
you, can you tell me how many stocks we have under the plant? 2000. So no question asked. Immediately you can answer. Similar way, if you
Yes.
give an input, I know. I mean, technically, you see, you give only this input parameter, you will not get the correct picture.
Yes.
Okay, so you think you need to think as a functional side. Like functional side, I mean, technical knowledge will be definitely add on because I have zero knowledge about technical. Okay,
Okay.
but think always as a buyer. Think always as a functional side. Like say example, uh, when you are doing the solutioning, when you the way you look at all the field, it will change your perspective. What is purchase group? Why I should have a many? I mean, why I should have a only one or many purchase org? You challenge everything, question everything. You get the detail. What is the? I mean, say example this one. It says fast change. Okay, lock, unlock, delete. These things learning will not help much because the moment you, as you said, like you put the F1 or you say here, put your cursor, delete. So this is for deletion of the line. Okay, so those things will not
Yes.
help much, but what it will help is what else out of three line if I delete one, what is going to impact in my PO printout, which is already transmitted. Okay, you think more functionally rather than because now your mind will be more wired like a technical guy. Now you need to think that way. Okay, why I'm saying again and again because it will make your life very easy. Okay, so no technical knowledge required. It is so simple. Yeah, compare to technical side, it is very easy to learn. That also you can keep in mind. Very easy to learn functional. 100 times. Okay. Only thing is the application is very important. Like you need to think always. What will happen if I delete? How the layout will get changed? Okay. How it is going to impact the another peripheral system, any external system, any downstream system, those kind of you need to always think about the impact, business impact. Okay, so I'll tell you three things always keep in mind when you're learning this from technical to functional. One is think like a business guy. Okay, I'll just say like more specific buyer. Think like a buyer first. Second, always think like a impact. Okay, impact in downstream or any peripheral system, any external system. Okay, this is very important. And within the SAP also, the impact is a very big word. Okay, so in within the SAP system also, you need to think uh, if you change any data in between or, you need to see the impact, business impact for open transactions, how it is going to impact for other mapping because there could be a mapping with another module, okay, or another non-SAP SAP system. So you need to always think about impact, okay. And third and the last is always go with the basic functionality, fundamental things. Don't go with the. I mean, I'm not saying don't go. I'm saying you give a least importance to any configuration and any other thing like for creation. So go with the basic fundamental things, and for learning, you need to do the practice.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So think like a buyer, think always like an impact of the particular key fields and practice. That's it. These three if you'll do 100%, it will be very easy. Okay. I given you the mindset like uh, it is very easy, almost 100 times. Okay. No technical, nothing knowledge required. Okay. So it will be easy. I mean, you already have a flavor, like you're already working with PP, you already work with MM, you have good idea. But
Yes.
yeah, when you're listening, just listen like you have no idea. So don't shy away for questioning anything, how the things are working. I had actually prepared this one, so let me quickly walk through. Yeah, so basically I mentioned here like we'll just do the introduction, which is not required much for you. Okay, so we'll start with the master data, then source determination. Okay, where we can see that material master, vendor, master info record. Okay, so then we can go with the purchasing area. Purchasing, again, we have a different kind of purchasing like a PR, PO, contract and scheduling agreement. We have a release procedure, which is nothing but the approval of the document. Okay, which is optional. Okay, many company they don't do, but this is also one of the important aspect. Okay.
So the release procedure is part of the PO workflow.
Uh, yeah, I mean, it's a part of the uh, PO workflow. Workflow is again the optional one. If you don't have a workflow, uh, then when you apply a release procedure, what will happen? Release procedure, you understand, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah. So basically, yeah. Suppose you say, you can approve a PO up to $1,000. More
yes.
than 1,000, your boss will approve. So
Exactly, exactly. Yeah,
the moment your buyer will create a purchase order more than 1,000, okay, your boss will be having authorization. He or she can use their code, a release code, and they can release the. Okay,
yeah.
this
The
could
PO
be,
workflows.
yeah. Now coming to the workflow. Workflow means, uh, suppose someone wants to trigger email or wanted to, get the SAP inbox notification. Then you can configure a
Automated.
workflow
Got it.
also, where
Got it.
in your SAP inbox or Outlook you will get a notification, and then you click there, it will take you to that screen, and then you release. But that is not the basic fundamental. The basic fundamental is the core configuration. Okay, these things
Got it.
are like a add-on. Yeah. Then you will enter in the inventory management where we discuss about the goods movement. It could be good receipt, good issue,
Goods issue,
transfer, posting,
transport, reservation.
reservation.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Time to time in a store we do the stock counting also. This there is
Yes,
a legal implication also. So whatever you see the Walmart, Target, Costco, they do the
yes,
counting.
yes.
So legally, like once in a year, some of the county or if they do the black marketing and all, so they do a random counting also by the external party. Okay. So example, there's a huge tariff and certain store is doing a lot of stockpile. So they can come and they can still count and they'll match with your system. If there's a huge difference, then you will be penalized. So those things we call as a physical inventory. Physical inventory means physically you count the product and you match with your system stock. If it
Got
is not auditable, then they will raise a concern or they may cancel the license. Then we have certain special procurement like consignment, STO, subcontracting. Okay, we'll discuss in detail, but yeah, this is like we call as a special kind of purchase.
got
Okay,
it. Yeah, I'm aware of this. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then the valuation and account determination. Like this is about like how we do the valuation, different way to
Yes,
do the valuation, and then how system pick the GL account when you
got
post
it.
good receipt or good issue, how system is able to find which GL account it should hit. So this is
Got
like
it.
a more or less MMFI integration.
Reference. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. You integration, of course, like say when you create a production order, how it is linked with MM, okay, or say SD or finance. So when you learn, for example, when you're learning about say uh, any purchase or any kind of purchase order, at the same, I think it is missing one third party. Okay, so say example, I'm learning a third party process. That is nothing
Hmm.
but MMSD integration.
Got
Okay.
it.
And then, yeah, and this is just a very basic overview, like how you run the MRP, how purchasing get triggered, inventory management get triggered, and how it is linked with that. And then, yeah, the last picture is it's a summary of P2P cycle where you see that, yeah, you determine whatever the requirements. Say you want a laptop, then
Yes.
you did the sourcing and you found that out of 100 these two sources are good. So you created a vendor master. order went to both. You selected one vendor and you place a purchase order.
Yeah.
After purchase order, purchase, yeah. So see, every picture and every details are very important. Looks very simple, but
Yeah.
every time you revisit, you understand, you notice something different. So this guy is doing the PO monitoring. PO monitoring means he is
Where
checking.
is the, yeah, like, where is stock it or something like that. So
Yeah, so PO monitoring means, say I placed a purchase order to you, and say after 1 week I came to know you have not received,
yes.
right? So by the time my boss will shout, right? Like I lost 1 week. So
Yes.
PO monitoring looks simple, but then in this case, what you will do? Suppose you placed a purchase order and other party saying I never received any PO. So you will think, okay, let me do one thing. I'll put the acknowledgement. So
Yeah.
the moment I get the acknowledgement, I will be assured, like, you have received. So when I'm sending you PO, I'll say, please acknowledge within 2 days.
Yes.
Suppose after 2 days I have not received, or for example, I need to send the reminder and I'm sending manually. I'm totally frustrated by sending the reminder with 1,000. I mean, maybe 10 vendor, but about the 1,000 PO. So
Yeah.
I'll do the setup, auto reminder send. So I'll say, okay, every 1 day it will send the reminder for 4 days. If there's no acknowledgement or no, I mean, after pre-reminder, then I'll make a call. So I can set up in SAP the reminder send also, and that, drafted emails.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So PO, yeah. So see, PO monitoring looks so simple, but there can be many things. Now, you have, I have got the acknowledgement. I have received the product also. So out of 100, I have received say 50 product. So in a monitoring, I'm checking how many are yet to come, how many came so far. It came in under multiple shipment or not. Those things you monitor. So it is again a big area. Okay, then once you receive the goods, again, like you see, this guy is verifying against the PO. See, two pictures says what? It is not like, the way they mention, it is like a normal one. So
Yeah.
if you look at the way you look at the cycle, every time you learn more. So you see here, this guy is keeping left hand side invoice and right hand side PO.
Pure. Yeah.
That means here, and there's a question mark. Okay,
Which
this
one is
lens
it?
is there. So what this guy is doing? He's saying whatever I placed in purchase order, the quantity, terms, conditions, currency, and pricing, whether it is matching with invoice or not.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What else I given for 800, and you're saying, okay, 800 instead of 800 euro, I got the invoice for say pound or maybe USD. Okay. So I'll check all. This is verification. After verification, it went to finance. They don't know. Finance guys may be sitting in a headquarter. They don't know what is the product, which country, what they. The moment they say it is verified by the buyer, they will
They'll
they will
issue the
go
payment.
for a processing, payment processing.
Yeah.
So this is
Yes.
the complete P2P cycle. Okay, except the payment processing all comes under MM.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, yeah. So I'll end the demo here. Okay, you have any question you can ask. I think timing will be 8 a.m. IST. Okay, and we'll go
Mhm.
with the weekdays. In if both are free, then maybe need based we can do on weekend. Okay, certain time in case we missed any class or uh, I don't know, like maybe certain day someone has to go somewhere. Okay, but
Sure.
as of now, like all 5 days and 8 a.m. IST, I think that should be okay, right?
Yeah, sure. That works. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. In case we missed or we need to expedite or something catch up, we can do on weekend only when,
Okay.
yeah, both are available. Mostly I
Sure.
don't go out. Okay, so
Sure.
but yeah, so if time matches, then why not? Like in my evening and your
Sure.
morning, we can have a
Sure.
session so we can get some breather in a weekdays.
Sure. Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, both are working, right?
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
never
I
know.
mean that
Some
that will
days,
be
like
happen.
correct, correct.
I mean, if you are like if you are too loaded with work, on any weekday, then you can just skip that and like go to a weekend or find some time when both are available, and then we go from there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you never know. Like someday, if
Yeah.
something
Yes. Yes.
broke,
That is true.
then
Yes.
yeah, that is the obviously that is the topmost priority. But yeah, one thing is like when you're, I mean, just continue. Okay, continue means like if you put any long break, the issue
Sure.
is everything will dilute actually. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes. Yes.
I know this is the secondary, but don't make it tertiary. Same
Yeah.
applies for
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
also. Like, yeah,
Yes. Yes.
if I'm taking classes and I'm taking on my convenient, it is okay, but flow should not break. Okay, otherwise you will lose the focus.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's what I mean. This is the time where like probably we will get starting Thanksgiving, like it will be a little the load will be a little less, so we thought of like
Yeah.
finishing it like by
Thanksgiving, it should be third Thursday, right? So 1, 2, 3, 27, right?
yeah. So I mean 27, but the thing is like things will be little slowing down from like 17th, like people will be going on vacations, and like there'll be a little slowdown in the activities that usually take off, so we
Yeah, yeah.
thought of
Mostly
like
last week.
taking
Yeah,
it
yeah.
at this.
So if it is
Yes, so
27, then probably 26 to say
yeah,
30.
the
Okay, these
entire
5 days will
entire
be, yeah,
and the entire December will be little slower for us because the plant
exactly.
will be like so most of the plants will go on a hibernate mode, like there will be not much of production and everything, so that will be a good time for us to also understand the
Catch up.
processes that
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
currently in, and like catch up with the things.
Exactly.
Yes.
That is my point. Like, say last week of November, you can catch up very quick, practice
Yes.
question, more session, and then December last 2 weeks.
Yes.
So that's the target. We'll try to
Yeah.
complete by December end. Okay, just to
Sure.
utilize all the timing. So you will be free from your office work
Yes.
and
Yes. Yes.
free mindset you can go. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. So just pass the message. I mean, the maybe recording session to Yashwant. Okay,
Sure. I'll do that. I'll do that.
and
Yeah.
just contact Sai. Okay, then
I'll
we'll
do that.
start. Okay.
Sure, sure. Yeah. I'll do that,
Okay.
Abhijit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you,
joining.
Sal. Thanks,
Bye.
Sai. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.